Today, we will be installing the new RBO Expedition Sherpa Rack on a 2024 Polaris Expedition. We will also describe how to install the cargo rack, which is the same as the Sherpa Rack, but includes the addition of a tailgate. The tools that you will need are a 1/2 inch, 7/16 and 3/8 socket and ratchet. You also need an Allen wrench to assist in the installation. Last thing you will need is some blue thread locker. First, assemble the driver's side panel. Start by finding the included hardware. You may want to use some thread locker throughout this installation. First, you'll loosely install the channel nuts, bolts, and washers on the panel. Align the channel nuts lengthwise along the side. It's important to have this orientation so that the channel nuts drop in over the rail openings. You may have to do some adjusting to get it in. Once you've placed the channel nuts inside the rail system, slide the entire panel forward until the back of the base plate aligns with the end of the rail. Now, use an Allen wrench to hold the channel nut against the side of the rail channel, then tighten down all the bolts with a 1/2 inch socket and ratchet. Repeat this process for the other side. Close the tailgate and set the basket into place with the side brackets. Loosely install all 10 of the 1/4 inch by 3/4 of an inch bolts and the 1/4 inch flanged nylon nuts. After you've loosely installed all of the hardware, you can go back and tighten them all down with your 7/16 and 3/8 tools, again using thread locker if you choose. At this point, we are completed with the base Sherpa rack. We will proceed to install the upgraded tailgate version in the remaining portion of this video. To install the tailgate, attach the striker plate onto the driver's side of the vehicle. Hold the striker assembly in place and loosely install the hardware. Ensure the hardware is centered in the slots and tighten everything down. For the passenger side, start by loosely installing the upper hinge plate, using 4 of the 5/16 by 3/4 of an inch Allen drive bolts. Make sure that the hardware is centered in the slots and tighten down everything. Next, loosely install the lower hinge plate using the same size hardware as the upper hinge plate. Again, ensure that the hardware is centered in the slots and then tighten them down. This next step will require the help of someone else. Together, hold the tailgate up in place over the installed hinge plates. Starting with the upper hinge plate, place the 3/8 bolt with their washers between the plates, above and below the passenger side hinge plate. Repeat for the lower hinge assembly. Thread in the T-pins at each end of the tailgate and make any adjustments to the upper and lower hinge plates so that they line up with the respective hinge plate. Adjust passenger side hinge plates to align the tailgate T-pin with the striker plate on the driver's side. Once you align the hardware, tighten down both 5/16 nuts. To finish the tailgate, you'll need to install the gas strut. First, loosen the retainer clips at the end of the gas strut. Next, install the ball stud and put the retainer clips back in place. With the tailgate in the locked open position, mount the shaft into the gas strut onto the tailgate ball stud. Compress the gas strut and get it into the passenger side mounting hole as the strut expands. This part can be difficult because of the strength of the strut. You may need to install the gas strut onto the basket hole mount first to gain more leverage and to get the bolts where they need to be. Tighten down the nuts and the tailgate is finished. Make sure to double check that all of the hardware is tight and that the tailgate opens and closes properly. If you have any questions, please refer to our website for full written instructions. Don't forget to follow us on social media and subscribe here on YouTube to stay updated on new products and content. We thank you for choosing RBO to maximize your off-roading experience, and we'll see you on the trail.